It was, you don't even know the uphill battle. I mean, I've never worn a leotard in my life, and I've been teaching for 25 years, and my classes are like the sexiest things ever. And they made me wear a leotard for the video. You know, you can fight and fight and fight, but eventually it was like swimming upstream. It just was so ridiculous. So I left as a real screw you to all of the massive corporations that, you know, there was, I mean, I was in a million boardrooms, I did a million meetings, there was never, ever, ever a woman higher than, you know, vice president. Never. I never sat in a boardroom, I never signed $1 million deal with a woman, ever. So we knew, I mean, a long time ago and this is a different, you know, I'm a different generation. I've been around for a while. So, you know, now people can know, you want to know who I am? Here, this is who I am, and I do it all. So it's not going to be in any way censored or tainted. And people do need to know, because it's not a matter of me, it's a matter of a message. You know, it's a dying message. And wellness is, I mean, wellness is one of the most political issues out there. There's no question. The $276 billion food industry is one of the most political, oh my God, poisoning, direct killer things going on. And it all has to do with feminism, because there's a whole lot of work to do, and there's some really unfit, overfat. I get all these women walk up to me going, you know what, I'm so done with the flannel. You know, I say it all the time. I say, take off the Birkenstocks, put on some high heels. Come on, sisters, let's go. Let's go.
What do you think about Monsanto? And what do you, I mean...
Listen, I'll tell you what I think about Monsanto. I went on tour for 7 months with The Politics of Stupid, my new book, and I did this hot Priscilla Queen of the Desert thing where I got a Winnebago, and it was red, cherry red on the inside. It was just hip. And I traveled with my little homeschooled son, and, you know, we went all over the country for 7 months. And every time I passed what is the only field you see now, the grazed fields of Monsanto all over this country, with the mega farms that have nothing to do with farming and blah, blah, blah. And no matter what, everywhere I went, the dandelions, I'm here to tell you, every time I saw a dandelion, it was like a fuck you to Monsanto, because no matter what, they can't kill. And dandelions are incredibly nutritious on every level. That's what Martha ate in jail, because the jail food was so bad, Martha went out and picked the weeds and ate the weeds. Did you know that?
I did not know that, but you're bringing, like, I just had this vision of when I was about 7 or 8, and my family had come here from Italy, and my mother was out in the streets picking dandelions, and I was mortified.
Okay, first of all, I didn't know that you were from Italy. I'm from Australia. Did you know that?
I had no idea. I love Australian people.
Yeah, I came over when I was 11. And I adore your mother. What you just said thrills me to know, and that means you have real blood. You got blood in you, honey. You need to research what your grandmother ate and whatever, because you don't mess with those Italian women on any level. And your mother picking dandelions is the kind of mother I always wanted.
You know, my grandmother's 84, and she's healthier than I am.
If you don't film her, I'm going to go nuts, and I don't even know her. You need to film her and ask her, let me interview her. I want to ask her every question a human being could ask another human being.
You know, it's so interesting you say that, because I always think about filming her, but then I don't know. I never do.
Listen to me. You have to. Always think, and then I don't. Do not put that off. That is, listen, one of the hardest things in resurrecting the privilege that we do have the information that we have that none of the young ones are reading, the hardest thing was getting to the documents, because they were thrown away because they were women, and nobody cared, and nobody kept them, and nobody documented them, and nobody gave a shit, and we weren't allowed in the universities, and blah, 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 blah. Now we can document these women. I want to know from your grandmother what feminism back in her day, what she saw happening, how it changed for her, how the women survived, when they became not needed anymore, when it went from farm to, you know, dishwasher. I want to know the history from her. Document that. That is invaluable.
That's brilliant, actually.
It's absolutely true, and every woman listening needs to do the same thing. Stop talking about your theories and interview your grandmother, damn it. Do something.
I need you to come here and clean up shop.
I'll come in. You don't even. I just said to a total stranger, actually, and the mother thanked me for it. I walked past and this kid, I said to this mother, I don't know what you're thinking, but your life is going to be one hell of a life if you don't do something with this. And she was like, please help me. I said, give me 5 seconds with her. Like 5 seconds.
Wow.
The kid would never do that again. Like, that's it, done.
Yeah.
You're kidding? If you want a house to live in, you better clean that shit up.
Tell me what you're doing that you're so connected. What is it that you're connected to? I don't understand it. What are you doing?
Earth. I'm very connected to the earth. I feel the roots, and I always have, and I worked very hard for 28 years to be rooted to one side. I mean, Inga says it, I feel the root, and I know I have the privilege of being a woman, and I know that that needs to stand always, and that's it. And I don't care, popular, not popular, blah, blah, blah. I really don't care.
Yeah.
And that is pure freedom. That's free. I've got more than anyone. I'm free. Physically free, financially free. I mean, physical and financial freedom are they're the only two things. That's freedom right there. That's freedom. Do whatever you want. Be whoever you are. But if you're not physically well and you're not financially there, if you can't pay your own shit, you got problems. And women they're chronic in that. They're chronic. That's why the stand, I love being 300 pounds. I'm really happy. The stand is the wrong stand.
Yeah.
It's the wrong stand. It's the biggest patriarchal move on earth. And the young ones understand that when they hear it. But not many people are saying it because it's so unpopular to talk about weight.
It really is. And it's so unpopular to talk about anything feminist,
It's so unpopular, my God, because everyone's now, whatever. It is unpopular, you're right. But I have had many conversations backstage and on many stages with many very radical lesbians, spoken word artists of all kinds. And they all agree when they hear the truth. They act differently in public, a lot of them, but they all agree when they hear the truth. I mean, there have been many discussions where it's just like the guard goes down, it's like, yeah, okay, that's kind of full of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Women are not, we don't war for the sake of war, unless you're really ill, unless you're really lost. Women don't war. So there's a thing where you just, come on, let's play this logic out, shall we? You're not powerful if you can't walk. I said it to someone recently, a very well-known singer. I said, you're in a wheelchair. You're 33 years old. How's that powerful? Why don't you explain that to me? Where's the power in that?
Yeah, what was her answer to that?
There is none. And that's, I have many discussions with many people, and it's not, I don't care what anyone does. I don't care what anyone does, but don't tell me that you can be powerful without being physically strong and healthy, without being connected to this physiological, magnificent machine. You can't be. You have to be connected. Brain and body are connected. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Absolutely. What would you say to the other side of that, where there's women who are chronically dieting, even in the lesbian community, everybody wants to be 98 pounds, and they're really not eating properly?
There isn't anyone who isn't affected by the visuals, even though the lesbian community is more from, it doesn't matter. I've never seen such hierarchy. I mean, to think that you're immune from patriarchal standards is ludicrous. It's insane. You're not. It's in the air you breathe. And we're being hit at the speed of light. So those influences and those infections are there. And now the lesbian community is changing greatly because it's all the rage. And some very, hipster young ones are coming up. Fashionable, flirty little things. I mean, believe me, I bump into them every day.
Right.
And it's just a different vibe now, and then you go back. But when you sit with the foremothers, at least the ones that are still alive, when you sit with them, you know the presence you're in.
Right.
And the rest, you feel it's too flighty, it's too young, it's too ridiculous, it's too tiring. So it's not, everybody's affected by body image. I'm not talking about anybody's image. I'm talking about you taking off your clothes, high noon, broad daylight, no matter how old you are, looking in the mirror and going, damn it, I look good. Like, Jesus, I look fabulous, and having energy and strength. And totally being connected to who you are. And acknowledging your biology. If you go through your life not acknowledging your biology, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Your biology is everything. It houses every emotion. It houses everything. It houses all creativity. Sexuality and creativity are directly connected. Audre Lorde said that over and over again. Mm-hmm. Like, if you want to live passionately, you have to be physiologically well. And if you're living passionately without it, then you're just slapped an anchor on your bloody ankle. Why do it?
No.
Then you'd be living doubly fantastically with it.
Right.
It's a gift. It's a gift. It's not an argument. It's a gift. It's not a discussion. It's a gift. And that's what I say to women who are resisting. I say, you know what? Go eat steak and cheese. I don't give a crap. I don't care what you eat tonight. Go sit around and do whatever you want. Enjoy your life. Goodbye. I don't argue with them. I don't care what they eat.
Right.
I don't care what they do. It's not a discussion. So what happens is when you begin the discussion where the real discussion starts, you can get somewhere. You can't do that if you're always debating whether or not it's patriarchally influenced that we think a really nice body is a really nice body.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are, lesbian or not. When you are 400 pounds, you're being judged when you're looked at. Just like atmospheric racism, when you see 4 black guys walking at you and 4 white guys, it's a black guy. It's atmospheric sexism, racism, bodyism. Okay, get over it.
Right, right.
Are we going to still talk about it? Dorothy Allison is the one that coined classism. in this country. She coined the theory. Read Dorothy, apply it to sexism, and get on with it.